Hi, Maureen Muldoon, and we are on Lesson 34. I could see peace instead of this. Lesson 34 with the workbook lessons of A Course in Miracles. I could see peace instead of this. The idea for today begins to describe the conditions that prevail in the other way of seeing. Peace of mind is clearly an internal matter. It must begin with your own thoughts and then extend outward. It is from your peace of mind that a peaceful perception of the world arises. So this whole lesson is, based on the idea that it's a choice, that we are at choice, and that we can see peace instead of that which we're seeing. And if we practice this today, we will gain a certain degree of conviction. 3 longer practice periods are required for today's exercises. 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening are advised, with an additional 1 to be undertaken at any time in between that seems most conducive to readiness. All application should be done with your eyes closed. It is your inner world to which the application of today's idea should be made. So, everything begins with your thought. Thought is creative, and so we have to go into the mind and see what the hell's going on in there, so that we stop out picturing these crucifixions. So it says to begin peace in your own mind. We're not going to try and march around the streets for peace or try and change anyone else's viewpoint on anything. What we're going to do is we're going to cultivate our own peace of mind. Like Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. If you want to see a peaceful world, embody that. And how do you embody that? You turn your mind over to peace. You let go of anything that is in the way of that peace. By choosing and reminding yourself, you have chosen this discomfort, and you can choose again. The ego wants to say that we're not at choice, but you have choice. So it says 5 minutes of mind searching are required for each of the longer practice periods. Search your mind for fear thoughts, anxiety-provoking situations, offending personalities or events, or anything else about which you are harboring unloving thoughts. Note them casually, repeating the idea for today slowly as you watch them arise in your mind, and let each one go to be replaced by the next. So it's actually asking us to bring up all of those thoughts that we don't want to really think. All of those places where we get toxic, all of those jealousy, envy, fear, stinginess, resentments. It's the bad news buffet, man. And to watch it gently go by, and to each thought that comes up, just say gently to it, I could see peace instead of this. Isn't that lovely? It goes on to say, if you begin to experience difficulty in thinking of specific subjects, continue to repeat the idea to yourself in an unhurried manner without applying it to anything in particular. I could see peace instead of this. But be sure, however, not to make any specific exclusions. So if you're, trying to do a spiritual bypass by just saying, I could see peace instead of this, I could see peace instead of this, and not actually applying it to the situations in your life where you're at war with the world, then that's not going to really help you, or me, is it? So let's not do that. The shorter practice periods are to be frequent and made whenever you feel your peace of mind is threatened in any way. The purpose is to protect yourself from temptation throughout the day. If a specific form of temptation arises in your awareness, the exercise should take this form. I could see peace instead of the situation of what I now see in it. I could see peace in this situation instead of what I now see in it. I could see peace in this situation instead of what I now see in it. If the inroads on your peace of mind take the form of more general adverse emotions such as depression or anxiety or worry, use the idea in its original form. I could see peace instead of this. So I hope that that's helpful if you're experiencing depression or anxiety or worry. See if you can gently say to yourself, I could see peace instead of this. Again, the ego doesn't want you to think that you have a choice, but you do. So no matter how much you want to justify your dis-ease, or how much we want to justify our crucifixions, that justification is a sure sign that we're holding on to something that has no value. It goes on to say, if you find that you need more than one application of today's idea to help you change your mind in any specific content, try to take several minutes and devote them to repeating the idea until you feel a sense of relief. It will help if you tell yourself specifically, I can replace my feelings of depression, anxiety, or worry, or my thoughts about this situation, personality, or event. I can replace it with peace. So if you tell yourself that, I can replace this with peace, I can see peace instead of this, if you commit to that, and you don't even have to believe that it can work for you. You can actively say, I don't really think this is going to work, but just practice it like a scientist. Just be scientific about it. The beginning of the course tells us that, contempt prior to investigation. Try out a little non-judgment before you contemplate something. Try and come to these exercises with an open mind. And if you come with an open mind, then they can be most helpful to you. So don't worry if you don't understand how this is going to work. Don't worry about that. Just apply the lessons and expect the miracles.
It's not that